New Zealand Green Party con job scam artists. Please watch the following video clip and see if the obvious con job green scam springs to mind. The scam doesn't just apply to this video, it also applies to every video and speech the New Zealand Green Party makes. Something important is missing, and it's not James Shaw's qualifications. A small clue for you, the scam also applies to the left-bent mainstream media as well. The video now follows.
The Green Party's promising a standalone Ministry of Climate Change if successful at the election.
Hugs and smiles.
I know Aotearoa needs our solutions.
Putting behind them the resignation of Elizabeth Kerekere in May, who was accused of calling Chloe Swarbrick a crybaby in a group chat. The co-leaders delivered an election pledge from their new Green Manifesto. A new Ministry of Climate Change.
We should make it a standalone central ministry.
The Green Party already has the Climate Change Commission. They already have the Minister of Climate Change. They already have the Ministry for the Environment. The problem is not a lack of bureaucracy. The problem is their policies have failed.
I need more Green MPs in the next Parliament, and I need more Green ministers sitting around the cabinet table so that we can ensure that we are actually able to deliver.
What do you do differently, reflecting on the last 6 years, to try and have more influence when it came to reducing emissions and policies that would actually lower emissions or would indeed make agriculture pay?
I'd have more Green ministers sitting around the cabinet table. But Jack, I have always been the first person to say we're not moving at the speed or the scale that we need to.
Does National have a credible path at the moment for reducing emissions in line with the zero carbon commitments?
Not as far as I can see.
Has National pledged to end the ban on offshore oil and gas?
They have, yes, they have said that they're going to return to offshore oil and gas.
Has National pledged to end the clean car discount?
Yes, they have, within their first 100 days.
Will National hit up the climate fund?
Yes, they're going to drain the climate fund for other purposes.
Does National's likely support partner ACT want to completely scrap the Zero Carbon Act?
Yes, they do.
Here's the con job scam for you. The New Zealand Green Party are forever emphasising how desperately bad the climate has become, how the world has a climate emergency, a terrible climate disaster to handle, and to justify this scaremongering, they quote all sorts of natural occurring weather phenomena such as cyclones, atmospheric rivers, bushfires, you name it, disaster, disaster, disaster. Having saturation bombed everyone's brains with this pending apocalyptic doomsday climate catastrophe just around the corner, they come up with the brainwave solution of carbon taxes for all gas emitters, more Green Party MPs and ministers, and more taxes on the hard-working Kiwis to help subsidise the poor end of town overcome the impact of this financial clown show. But look what's missing. The New Zealand Green Party and the mainstream media never once mention or ask what the actual impact on the climate will be if such policies are successfully implemented. Why? The answer is simple. Because there will be zero impact on local or global climate change, and all of these so-called green climate policies have absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with actual climate change. The policies are all about transferring wealth from richer people to poorer people on a local scale, think wealth tax or capital gains tax, and from richer developed countries to poorer undeveloped countries on a global scale, think reparations, all neatly disguised in a special policy package called the Paris Agreement. The actual answer to climate change is adaptation. New Zealand could save the taxpayer an awful lot of money by kicking the Green Party out of Parliament and politics for life. Thank you for listening. WhangareiTim.